Hey guys, it's Warners. Today I got another build for you. This is going to be a Necromancer build. To acquire your undead army, there's many ways you can do it. None of them are very ethical, so... We killed a bunch of innocent people. Perfect. Welcome to my YouTube channel, by the way. I make thematic builds that tend to be really powerful as well. Today we have a wizard druid. I had a lot of fun designing this build. This build took a lot longer than some of my other builds to make because honestly, wizard is really good as just a full wizard. But I wanted to come up with something weird and fun and interesting, so that's why I got this going on. Right now also, there's this thing that a lot of people already know about where if you have 6th level slots as a wizard, you can learn 6th level spells, even if you don't have 12 levels in wizard. So for example, I picked up Cloud Kill on this build because I think it'll work really well. Again, we don't know if it'll stay that way, but for right now, even if you have, I think it's even if you have only 1 level in wizard. That being said, this build's super fun and interesting, and let's go over the breakdown, and then we're gonna go over the gear, and then we're gonna do the build in action. Let's go over the level 1 to 12 breakdown. Alright guys, so I'm gonna start druid. You could start wizard if you want, but I'm gonna start druid here. We're not gonna have a high wisdom, so don't really focus on attack spells. Pick up like guidance, and for stats, we're going low strength. Get that dexterity up because we're gonna be wearing light armor, so getting that dex bonus for armor class will be really helpful. Get a decent con. We're gonna be going into high intelligence, so get that intelligence up. Wisdom 10, charisma 10. So as far as spells are concerned, mostly pick your favorite. I will announce the ones that are really important to the build. Also, druids are prepared casters, so you can switch out your druid spells all the time. The druid spells we're not really worried about. I'm mostly just going to be focusing on the wizard spells. Just know that. Pick healing spells, obviously, though, like healing word. Druid level 3. Yep. Druid level 4. Let's go ahead and get our intelligence up to 18. Druid level 5. Druid level 6, this is what we've been trying to get. We get the fungal infestation. We can make 4 zombies out of dead people in the battlefield. What's interesting about this is you can make zombies from a beast or humanoid corpse, and you can do it as a reaction in the middle of combat. So that's pretty sweet. And they last until they die or a long rest. Level 7 is when we switch to wizard. This is where cantrips are going to be more important. You're going to take acid splash and poison spray very specifically, and then anything, whatever you want for other cantrips. First level spells, make sure you have shield, and honestly, anything else works fine. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is a little bit better on this build, and you'll see why. Level 2 wizard, we go Necromancy, obviously. And again, I'll mention when spells are important. Okay, level 2. Level 2 spells, more specifically. Get Melf's Acid Arrow. This spell is a lot better in this build. And Mirror Image is going to be a little better in this build as well, so pick Mirror Image if you don't have it already. Pick your favorite for cantrips. Misty Step, that'll be good. That's always good. And then again, whatever you want. Ability score improvement, we're just going for that 20 intelligence on this build. All right, this is where we got some more important spells. Definitely get haste. You're gonna be able to get haste in another way in this build, but we're gonna pick up haste just when we can't have access to that. And then pick your favorite like fireball or counterspell. Hypnotic Pattern actually is really good in this build as well. All illusion spells and enchantment spells are a bit better with this build. Counterspell, fireball if you want. I got a lot of really interesting gear options that really make this build come together. If you don't want spoilers for gear, this is your time to click off. You could skip to the build in action if you want, but there'll even be spoilers of the gear functioning there. So yeah. Anyway, so starting with the headpiece, we have the circlet. It says just circle of bones. This makes all of your allied undead within 20 feet resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. And it also gives you the animate dead spell, but you already have it, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, this will keep your undead alive a bit longer. Also, I feel like you could just put this on one of your melee guys and they would get the buff. So yeah, didn't think about that. Then we got Cloak of Protection. Honestly, you could do a better cloak if you want. Cloak of Displacement could arguably be better because it gives disadvantage on attack rolls. And if you have some other cloak in mind, let me know in the comments. Now, this armor piece is really good for this build, like insanely good. The wearer gains a +1 bonus to spell save DCs, whatever, and when dealing necrotic damage, they deal an additional 1 necrotic damage. That's helpful, but the Spore Sacks is where things get crazy. So while imbued with Symbiotic Entity, I've noticed this works even when I'm not imbued with Symbiotic Entity, but that's what it says. You can spread these different kind of spores. The main one we're gonna go for is Haste Spores. Okay, it says per long rest, but when I was doing the build in action, I could just cast this all the time. It wasn't every turn, so you cast it and then it lasts a turn, and then after that turn is over, you can cast it again. So it's like every other turn. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but currently that's how it's working. The other two, I didn't really mess with much, but it's more because they were actions, and I could see these being better. Like if you want to save spell slots, you could get like a poison cloud, but you know, I have poison cloud options, so don't really need it. Anyway, also just so you know, the haste spores can happen on enemies as well, so be careful with your placement of that. Then this is a wizard druid build, but I'm gonna be in melee a bit more because I want to be within 20 feet of my undead so they get that resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. So I went ahead and put these gloves on that make it so that, you know, wizards aren't very good at hitting things, so this makes it so he has a higher chance to hit enemies, gain +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with weapons. And then boots. Okay, these boots are very odd for this build, but there's a very specific reason why I have these boots, so I think I'll explain the mechanics a little bit first. So ghouls have this ability where they can heal themselves and do a ton of damage, but they can only do it on targets that are prone, is one of them, prone or stunned, and I think there's like a couple other status conditions. So we have these boots. I'm going to be wearing armor, so the first part of it does not apply, but I get brutal leap, which brutal leap is a bonus action, and I leap at a target and possibly knock them prone. So this is a way for me to do more damage with my flying ghouls and to have them be able to heal themselves in a very easy, convenient way. It also knocks people prone, which that's always kind of helpful. And then I get a little more jump distance, which is, you know, whatever. And then, okay, I have this necklace. So this build is there's a lot of paralyzing going on, and so this just gives you another way to paralyze enemies. Once per long rest, when scoring a critical hit on a humanoid, the wearer can paralyze the target for 2 turns. So there you go. This ring is super fun. I gotta say though, it's more fun in theory than in actual play. For me, when I was doing the build in action, basically after you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cast an illusion or enchantment spell as a bonus action. And just to give you some highlights, so like let's say you hit with your weapon or a ranged attack, then you can cast Blur as a bonus action. You could cast Fear. You could cast Hold Person as a bonus action, which I don't have it prepared right now, but I can prepare it. Just know that. You can cast a lot of spells as a bonus action that you wouldn't expect, and yeah, very fun. And then this is the Ring of Exalted Morrow. This is more just for the flavor, but also let's say you're fighting other undead and you want to cast a command. You can cast Extort the Risen, which this spell is basically command that you can only use on undead, and it's an enchantment spell, so you can use this as a bonus action after you make a weapon attack because of the other ring. And then you also get Ghoulish Touch, which basically you're doing the same attack the ghouls do, where you can you have a chance to paralyze the target, so that's pretty fun to do. And then I dump my strength, but I have this mace, Handmaiden's Mace, and this makes my strength 18, so that's pretty nice. It also helps with the brutal leap. I'm pretty sure the brutal leap DC is probably connected to strength. I don't really know for sure, but it tends to knock people prone pretty often, pretty easily. This is just a +3 shield. I wanted to get that armor class as high up as possible. You could use a different shield if you wanted to, like there's the Shield of Devotion, but you're gonna have 1 less AC, but you get 1 extra level 1 spell slot. You can cast 8 on yourself at 3rd level. You know, there's some benefits. There's also this shield, got some cool stuff. It's also a +3 shield. The only reason I didn't put it on this build is I put it on my last build, so like I don't know, I want to have diversity of gear. And then okay, so Gale is not proficient with martial weapons or heavy bows in this build, but you can still shoot it. And something I didn't know when I did my last build, Symbiotic Entity adds the 1d6 poison damage even with ranged attack. And so like let's say you want to shoot someone, make a weapon attack, and then you want to do a bonus action, illusion, or enchantment spell, then you have a ranged option. So yeah, and also you get these 2 spells that I don't really use. And then the Staff of Spell Power, as well as the Spell Crook's Amulet, they both make it so you can cast a 6th level spell more. So what you can do is you can summon your ghouls, and then you'll be able to get your spell slot back with this amulet, or you'll be able to cast with this staff and get your spell slots back. So that's real nice. And so yeah, pretty cool build. If you're confused by one of the things I mentioned or one of the armor pieces I selected, go down in the comments, tell me what you're confused about. I reply to every comment for the most part, and I would love to see what you have to say down there. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the build in action. So see you guys over there. So guys, to acquire your undead army, there's many ways you can do it. None of them are very ethical, so... We killed a bunch of innocent people, perfect. Animate Dead is the only spell that you need the bodies to be close to each other. The Spores one doesn't matter, so we're gonna make 4 flying ghouls. Boom. Oh my god, dude, yes. And then as far as fungal infestation, doesn't really matter as much. Before you like get going with your whole, you know, adventure, one thing I think every party has, I assume at least, is someone you can cast aid. And one thing that's crazy about aid is there isn't actually a limit to the amount of people it will add 20 HP to. So we're gonna add 20 HP to all my summons, including the fungal zombies that normally have 9 HP. So that's real good, real good. I'll cast Long Strider, so you can cast it on like all your summons and your whole party, you know? Okay guys, time to fuck up some guards. I'm gonna start with casting Acid Splash. And you might ask why. Acid on the ground can lower armor classes. And a lot of these undead summons, they don't actually have a very strong to hit. Already paralyzed, nice. I'm going to hasten my boys. I probably should have done that before I started. I'm gonna do Melf's Acid Arrow, because again, I'm trying to get that armor class down on them so that people can hit them easier. Yeah, let's do a crit, why not? Oh, and then I can just paralyze him with my ring. So he's paralyzed too, and then I'm hasted. So, you know what, fuck it. We're gonna do some Cloud Kill just to show you how crazy this build can be. Because I'm not concentrating on anything right now. There we go. And again, the undead are immune to that. Okay, this guy is gonna go into the Spores real quick. Did he get the Spores? Yep, okay. And then he's gonna go for some hits. Oh my god. And then he's got a second attack. Yeah, she has 1 HP. Yeah, this guy's already haste. I'm gonna have him go for... does he just want to... He has 2 attacks, so I'll have him finish off this one. Nice. And he's gonna go for this one. Oh my god, okay. I got shield. Good luck trying to hit me. And now my zombies. Nice! And then we got another zombie from that. And then... Okay, got it. That one would have died, but Undead Fortitude kept him alive. Fly over there. This is obviously why we picked the flying ones, because why not? Okay, I'm going to see if I can make either of these prone. Yes! We made both of them prone. Okay, that's the only reason I have these boots. And you'll see why. I can use the Devour ability. And he heals, which is fucking cool. It's the only undead that can heal, and the only way you can heal. And it does good damage, too. Wait, can I just keep casting this? It says per long rest, but that's obviously not the case. What the fuck? That's so funny. Hit her. And then I'm gonna melt Acid Arrow. This is more for the acid aspect. There we go. So now her AC is 14. It's normally 16, so they have an easier time hitting. So like now it's a 70% chance to hit her because she has acid on her. Boom. And he's hasted, so he has 2 hits. Oh my god. This is actually really crazy. And then we're gonna keep it more simple. Let's reaction do this real quick. There we go. Got some of that damage. And then I'm going to Stinking Cloud. Just to show you another alternative if you don't want to use Cloud Kill. And then, I got another action because I'm hasted. So let Melf's Acid Arrow yet again. 2 hits. Double hit zombie. Oh, we got a newborn zombie. Oh, we got another one. Dude, that's insane. By the way, guys, you can reposition the Cloud Kill. I didn't even know that till right fucking now. What the fuck? Does it do damage again? It does damage again. Oh my, that's crazy. Because they were already in the Cloud. What? Okay, I learned something today. Okay, this guy needs some healing. So, ooh, can he not make it? Maybe he can make it if he can fly, if he flies. Yeah, this guy really needs some healing. He's looking like he needs to get that healing. And there we go. He got 25 HP. Good job, Ghoul. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you did, consider liking the video. Consider subscribing for more videos. If you guys have any better ideas to make this build work, or if you have any items that might make this build better, or any suggestions, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I appreciate you all for everything, and have a great day. See you next time.